outside of Abilene, and the Lamesa,
Abilene Paradox.
which is, well, it's just BFE if you know what I'm talking about. And he worked hard at it, and it was his dad's dream to own his own radio station, and also to record music. And he actually was a songwriter, Lloyd's dad, and he went by the name of Cowboy Nate. And we have a picture of Lloyd's dad. Lloyd has it in his studio, hanging on the wall, sitting behind the radio of the station in Stanford, Texas. And as it is for most people as they're rising in their career, he was looking for opportunities, and he got an opportunity. He had a chance to apply for a job in Odessa, Texas, as a country western DJ. And he went to Odessa, Texas, and applied for the job, and he got the job. And he was excited about it, as any of us are. You know that feeling when you've worked real hard and you've squirreled away and you've just kind of beating your head against the wall and something. And finally you get an opportunity like Odessa is an opportunity. And as he was pulling out of the parking lot from the radio station in Odessa, Texas, he got hit by a truck and entered the near presence of the Lord. And at that time, Lloyd was 10 years old. And at that time, Lloyd had been had a great childhood, a wonderful childhood, spent a lot of time in the radio stations with his dad, like a mascot, you know. Go down there, and you know how it is when you bring your kids to the office, they all kind of love it. And it's kind of a nice change to see kids at the office. And he went from that to something different, because what had happened was his father, in trying to save a little money to put together to save this idea and this dream of owning his radio station, was saving money in any which way he could. And one of those methods that he used was to quit paying on his life insurance, because he figured, well, you know, I got this career going, I don't need any insurance. And I'm not selling any here, believe me, but what happened was then that there wasn't much there, and Lloyd's mama came from Idlewild, Texas, which is outside of Lubbock, which is cotton country. And what Lloyd's mama knew was sharecropping. So Lloyd went from being a mascot at the radio station to a cotton picker. Picking cotton, chopping cotton, dragging the sack out in the hot sun. So this is a change in life, and this is the way Texas is. You take what comes to you and you face it, and you make something better out of it. One day Lloyd was out there chopping cotton, dragging the sack in the hot sun. And out in the field across the fence, there was some earth-moving equipment, and they were clearing the ground, and they were building something. And he watched this for a while as he was picking cotton, kind of wondering, what the heck is that? You know, all this time it's been a cotton field, and now they're clearing it off. What the heck? So he kind of watched this thing in place, and he watched it getting built, and he's doing all this stuff. And pretty soon they're setting up what looks like a small factory. And it was a small factory. It was Lytton Industries. And he finally worked up the nerve while he was out there chopping cotton to go next door and see if he couldn't find some other thing to help support his family than picking cotton, because if you ever pick cotton, you might want to look for something else. And the fellow there was so impressed that this young man at barely a young age would come over and ask for work that he said, yeah, you know what, I think we can put you to work here. And he started work there sweeping up. And he worked there long enough and hard enough that they got impressed with him enough. They ended up going to Texas Tech. He got himself a degree as an electrical engineer. And after moving, as we were young, we moved around here and there, spent a little time in Salt Lake City, came back and finished up in Lubbock. And in Lubbock, he met Carol. And ever since then, they've been together. And then Lloyd went on to work for Texas Instruments and some of the other folks in Dallas, and ended up here in Houston at Compaq. And well, I guess we all know the story. The benevolent HP came and helped out Compaq. They have. And we're all proud that they have. It is what it is. And Lloyd has survived all this time, and we're glad that he did. And so I was fortunate enough to meet Lloyd through a little group here in Houston that's called Guitar Circle. And we have a number of our Guitar Circle alumni and members here tonight, and it's a wonderful, wonderful organization. They get together once a week to play songs on the guitar. And ended up, I don't know, either Lloyd talked me into it or I talked him into it. We recorded a few songs there at the studio, and was there one night with my wife, Kate. And on the door to Lloyd's studio was a song, and it was a song written by Cowboy Nate. And we ended up recording that song, and it's on the CD. And so if you ever get a chance to take a listen to that one, it would be Piece of Texas History. Because on that very same CD, and we're not playing it tonight, and I'll tell you why we're not playing it tonight, there was a gentleman by the name of Clyde Brewer. And this is the way things happen in Texas. Clyde Brewer is a member of just about every Western Swing Hall of Fame that there is in this country. This is a gentleman who defined the genre of twin Texas fiddles. If you've heard that music, you know what I'm talking about. And this is Clyde Brewer. Well, Mr. Clyde Brewer has a daughter who cut Lloyd's hair for 20 years. And we managed to talk him to come out and record his fiddle on our tune. And unfortunately, in the meantime, Mr. Brewer's passed away. But he was a good friend of Lloyd's, and I guess in honor of Mr. Brewer, we're happy that you're all here tonight, and happy to have a chance to celebrate Lloyd and everything he's done for us all. Thank you, Lloyd. And with that,